want to hear from you. What happened that night? How are you holding up, Clayton?
That's the 11-year-old accused of shooting his adopted father, heading into court facing the judge today. Thanks for being here at 6. I'm Joel D. Smith. You heard the voice of Lily Sexton trying to talk to Dietz on the way into the courtroom as they discuss those charges. Here's Lily right now with more of what we learned today. Lily.
That's right. Today was the first time we got to hear from the lawyer representing 11-year-old Clayton Dietz. Now, they waived inside the courtroom. Dietz waived his right to this preliminary hearing as family members gathered for the child's first day in court. This is Clayton as he walked into the courtroom, accused of shooting his adopted father back in January.
Hey, Clayton, we want to hear from you. What happened that night? How are you holding up, Clayton?
He had no comment outside. According to police, the shooting happened in the middle of the night on January 13th, on Clayton's 11th birthday. Police say Clayton was upset that he was told to go to bed without his Nintendo Switch. Now, during today's preliminary hearing, Clayton and his attorney had the opportunity to convince a judge that there was not enough evidence to bring this case to trial. They decided to waive that right. The judge asked Clayton directly if he was sure of this decision. The child responded yes. The entire proceeding lasting under 5 minutes. Clayton was then escorted out, handcuffs on his hands and feet. Tripping over himself, he told his mother, quote, "It hurts." I spoke to his lawyer. He said he had no comment on their decision to waive today's hearing, but laid out his plans for the trial.
My goal is going to be to try and get him into juvenile court.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Super 2. Okay, back with another video for this Wednesday month, y'all, man. Okay, I probably do news out of Pennsylvania, to where 11-year-old boy was charged basically of shooting his own dad over top of a tennis squeeze game, and so as with the 11-year-old boy, name was Clayton Dietz. So he's was arrested, for the January murder of his father. Until 11-year-old boy shot his own dad. I saw over type of argument, and so I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. That's one to where he was charged. First it was charged, back around I think a couple of days ago, to where he was was arrested for the crime, and so yeah, I read someone to what happened. I think at the late night, to where I think the father asked him to bed, and how he took away his own game from him, and how he was angry at the father, and how I think he put out it's always a one to where, I think he shot him. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I think he shot him with every type of a revolver. How he shot his own father in his on bed. So what I think happened. I think happened around nighttime, to where this as a 11-year-old boy had trying to get the keys, and how he's trying to get the gun out, and how he just so I don't know if they fired the gun and shot killed his own dad. How he doing probably some time in jail for a crime. So yeah, I don't know. It's a news to where I think they're gonna have him be charged. I think as a juvenile or either adult. But I don't know. I feel like he's 11 years old. How I think he may get charged as juvenile. Because he's still a minor. He's still not fully grown. But he's still, I think as juvenile. But he be charged as a juvenile for the crime of murdering his own dad. But I feel like that, why would this, things, my questions in my mind, to where, I said, why would this 11-year-old boy was trying to, she was on dad over a type of a game for, I don't know why, man. I feel like he could feel angry at the father, how how I think fired a gun at the father, shot him to death. I think his father had died on the scene, and so I think the father's name was, let me see, I think the name was hold on, I gotta find his name. The father's name was Douglas Dietz, age 42 years old. How he was shot his own father over top of I think the tennis squeeze, handshake game, and but I don't know. I don't know. They say the whole thing. I don't know. I feel like the whole game. I come scared, by the police or something. How to find the father dead. I think at a home, and But yeah, I feel like it happens all the time. So where I think a child gets angry and how a child might explode, to a child might get, child might do anything to their own parents. But I feel like I don't know. But I feel like that young boy might get some time. So I think he's doing probably some years in juvenile. But so I think they might charge him, as a juvenile because he's still, not fully grown. So I feel like his mind is not, but I do feel like his mind is not really fully developed yet because he did a crime. But I just feel like more juveniles who is 14, 12, 13, 11, or, years old, their mind is not fully developed. I think as a rational, person, but I feel like he did a crime and how he made this time for it. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't know the rest of the stuff about why he did it. So I think he felt kind of upset the way he killed his own father, man, over one video game that could have. I think he felt angry that he couldn't play his game no more because the father had told him to go to bed. And how I feel I feel like parents need to I think parents need to always teach your kids out of discipline. Discipline means always but I feel like children nowadays is getting wild out of control to where, they can snap at their own parents by shooting them to death or killing them. But I feel like more kids nowadays is wild, man, out of hand. And then they end up, smoking weed, doing stuff that could be bad for their own life. And they can, go in jail for any type of crime to do. But I feel like this juvenile is 11 years old and how 11-year-old, kids can, get hold to a gun. But I feel like, this juvenile has shot and killed his own dad, man, over one video game, and how he doesn't, how he might do some time for it. So it's sad for the whole family of the victim, but it's sad with us. So make sure like, comment in, show us a peace. I'm out here. Take care and peace.